Do you have any explanation for why we're at this tea shop? Well, it's quite simple, really. You have done exceptionally at everything I've expected of you, even though things have been less than ideal as a whole. There's so much more reason to spoil ourselves on our days off. Even I crave them, when we could go extinct tomorrow, when everything could be over in an instant. We must enjoy these fleeting memories. As for you, Sunflower, it almost feels like I don't have a right to call you that. Do I now? I suppose that's something, then. I have to respect your words, as well as what you say, the meaning behind it. Are you happy to be here with me? Isn't there someone else you'd rather? I knew you would say something like that. And yet even then, it's unbelievable to me. I've watched so many people come and go. I never thought I would be attached the way I am to you. It feels somehow impossible. And yet, there's a feeling of joy. Even just sipping tea with you. It's strange. Unlike me. But I won't regret it. I will not allow such regret. If I did, then what would be left? I'm sorry, I got too much in my mind. How do you feel? Can you understand where I'm coming from? The distance between us growing so small, I feel like our budding romance is almost an affront to our duties, once expected of us to be unfeeling soldiers. I'm aware of what you're going to say, even before you say it. Yes, I know. We're still human, after all. At least most of us are. I dare say. What I've had to become has been difficult. No doubt for you, too. I can't even imagine what it's like, falling in love with me, of all people. Your taste is impeccably odd. No, it's no slight to me. I just don't understand it. You must understand. Those of us, no matter which division, which squadron, where we end up, there's always only a one-way street, going towards the goal of survival of the fittest. I may seem like an asshole, but it's not all because of that. The betrayal, how I feel about it, I think I feel the same. As if you asked just about anyone else, only magnified by 10. And that's putting it lightly. I'm not sure what you feel in all this mess. You were quite close, weren't you? At least in some sense. Regardless, you're here with me now. I want your attention, unequivocally. A pathetic display for a superior officer, wouldn't you say? And yet, I can only look you in the eyes and see to myself that I'm the one who's lucky. You comply with all the unreasonable orders, and even still, you look at me with that softness. It's unbelievable. Frustrating, at least in a certain sense. As for the rest of it, you're different than them. Much different than them. The rest of them fear me, whereas you seem to be too broken, too much lost in your admiration, in your love. Or could it be in something else, Sunflower? Are you enamored that I've opened up to you? Could that be it? I don't wish to pick you apart and dissect you, as I feel like it would be hypocritical of me, as there is so much I've only shared with you, and so much I still haven't shared with anyone. It's no offense to you. It's words I'm not prepared to say yet. Even if our budding romance has some promise, I still can't get over it. Saying goodbye. That's why I've ordered you time and time again. You're forbidden to die. It doesn't matter what you're up against or what orders you have to betray. You must never, ever leave me to this cold, fruitless world. I'm aware what you're going to say. And so you say it anyways, as if to remind me that bitterness is just proof that I haven't lost my heart yet. Is that what you wanted to say? What you wanted me to feel? You're both cruel and incredibly kind with those words. Incredibly difficult for me to deal with. Please, just relax. There is so much more to life than what we have here. So much that it scares me. Call it because my age, or perhaps my battle-hardened mentality, but I just can't bear to think of it. It haunts my nightmares. The idea that you would disappear like the myriad of others have. You can say what you like, but words are cheap, Lieutenant. And I won't have you spouting nonsense until you've proven yourself fully. Do I make myself clear? I don't want excuses. That's right. You do understand. And that's what makes you incredibly difficult. You give me that smile. It's what keeps me sane when I think I'm going to lose that last shred of humanity. But look at me, still talking like a battle-hardened ruffian, when this is supposed to be a reward, a date. I can hardly believe I'm uttering that word. If you had told me that I would be on a date, even 6 months past, I would have never believed you. In fact, I would have gotten you quite the earful. Instead of sipping tea, you'd be sipping some good old-fashioned training. But I digress. As you've known me, I can't, at this point, continue like this. Something has to change. Not between us. At least not exactly. What I'm thinking is much different than that. No. What I'm needing is a promise. More time like this. We do not know what tomorrow holds. But even if it's just dining on tea with you, being able to feel the warmth of your hand on my cheek like this, or seeing you smile genuinely, not the fake smile you put on for others. I've noticed it, Lieutenant. You may be my sunflower, but you are far from anything of an actor of sorts. You're going to need to try much harder to fool me. I've seen fake people come and go, but that's just the opposite of what you are. You're so genuine that even when you try and give them that fake smile, while it might convince them and ease their heart, it worries mine. You give too much. Far too much, Sunflower. I want you to be honest with me. Am I too overbearing? And if I am, what would you do about it? If I'm honest, I even get sick of myself sometimes. And that's not some narcissistic way to say I don't want to be here. It's just, I do look in the mirror. I'm self-aware enough to know my demands are unreasonable. What I want from people and what I want from you is night and day. And even then, they call me a demon. That's why I still struggle with understanding it. What is it you see in me at this point, Sunflower? It's like we've been gone for so long, yet we're here in each other's arms. That warmth sometimes is the most intimidating feeling. If I could, I would give you something more. Yet I think it through. There is nothing more. My secrets aren't things you wish to hear. And when the time comes, I'll share them with you. They're just nothing fit for a reward, let alone anything around that entire quadrant of ideas. Instead, it's more to say, confiding in you. I've already done so much of that. I know what you would say, to simply lay it down, let you have it. But that's not what we need. Don't you understand, Sunflower? Our relationship hinges upon things working out like this. I'm not saying we're not close, but I want to be closer. It's that closeness that is both my favorite thing and my worst nightmare. The closer I become to you, the more I'm made aware that if anything was to happen to you, I would become much worse than a demon. And I'd like to see someone try. Anyone who would be able to would have to be at least as skilled as Mikasa. As for the rest of them, I'm afraid you're already too talented to be taken down by a mere rabble. I know I shouldn't view them that way, and in truth I didn't used to. But lately, as I've seen more depart for places we can never see with our eyes, I've learned to appreciate the difference in talent. You have something special about you. Not so much a natural talent, as you are someone who adapts so quickly. It's quite interesting, if I might be so bold as to say. Look at me. I've been rambling on about this. I just don't know how to turn it off. My brain, which constantly thinks of the next battle, a way to protect everyone, and a way to cherish you. I'm sorry, Sunflower. This probably wasn't my best idea with this, but I'm still glad to be here with you. I'm very glad, actually. It warms my heart, and for what it's worth, I'm so happy that you're alive, and that you're with me, and that, so far, we've managed to avoid all of those terrible things out there. Not just the Titans, but the backstabbers too. No, trust me, Lieutenant. I won't hesitate when the time comes. Once a betrayer, always a betrayer. I'm more than aware you know. But even then, this is personal. I must sound like a broken record. And to that end, I can't even deny it. Where are we going, Lieutenant? To your house. Is there something you wish to show me? Of course. If it's from you, I'd gladly watch. I'd gladly know whatever it is you wish for me to. It feels strange to say that, not only as your superior, and as someone who, by all means, never should take your command. I trust you, and this is a date, so we might as well make it something more date-like. What did you have in mind, anyways? Over here, is it? To think your house would be so near this tea place. Have you perhaps been plotting, wanting me to come to your place, and this was your clever excuse? I see. I seem to have caught you. So, now as punishment, I think I should properly pay you back for that. Your lips still quiver in the same way as the first time. The very first kiss I'd ever partook on. It almost seems impossible now that I once had the innocence of... No, I know you've seen through me, but the feeling is mutual, and as you can no doubt see, I've seen through you just as much as you wish to believe. I'll prove. As much as you wish to delude yourself, I'll abide by it. But what I won't do is compromise on my orders. Not these, but the orders that I will not see the day you die, and you won't see mine either. Instead, we might as well live forever, though I guess some view it as too long, don't they? I don't really care, one way or the other, but right now, forever, is that glance you have. Forever is the way your back is against the wall. Forever is your lips on mine. Slowly, but not too slow. Meticulous, an affront to the very word. And yet all the same, I will be dining on this dessert for our tea party. I hope you'll indulge me, Sunflower, as I can be quite needy at times like this. Will you abide by me even now, as unreasonable as I am? Very well. Don't forget that resolve, and definitely don't forget those words, or I'll make you remember them. Now, shall we?